hands taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehaving, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give up about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the f*** you think a day is. But hey, what about it? So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going air, they were like, oh yeah, yeah.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got game, Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Allen maybe with a free play. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw complete to Shakir. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On play action, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the...
Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, 27 yards. And the Bills march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. off to the touchdown. Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end Gray. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another 1st down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game. And who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Mahomes' throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best one...
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Allen off the play fake. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, 39 yards. And the Chiefs have come back to make it a 2-point game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of the tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On play action, Allen. He's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That one was tipped in the air and became almost a 50-50 ball. No one came up with it, so it turned into an incompletion. But remember, on the previous drive, he threw an interception. I think that one almost caused well, not almost. I think that one caused a mental flashback for everyone. Threw the pick before. Could this turn into a second one? And how would that alter the game for him?
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
The Bills take over 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So after the INT, it's Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 40 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the and Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and the Bills are going to take over at their own 41. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Uncorks one for Davis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Allen. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, go.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than right? Down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more two-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A throw over the middle, taken in. A big play there for KC. 44 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just there, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing is Allen on third. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back. He's trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now he's loose again. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, 74 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Mahomes will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first down.
This 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, Allen steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards. Up the middle, it's Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Chiefs' 5-yard line.
Here's Cook again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
The play lost a yard. It's now third and goal.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. 3rd and 9 here. Back to throw. Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That third down conversion good for 20.
Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the flight plan. Promise you if anybody can hold me, I can. The right man, baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, and run it back, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the front. Run it back when I go to ride. I'll be back, make another ride. Ultra fast. I ain't with the bugger dash. Run it back, running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Not by the act. And run it back, and you see how I act. But then I lack. Feeling like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key. Running back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that, like that, like that. Told her might be right back, right back, right back. Oh yes, like that, like that, like that. I told her might be right back, right back, right back.
Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that, double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack in the truck with expired tag. Punch the gas, run into the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
Run it back. 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 I got the devil in my eye, I'm doing God's work. I got the devil in my eye, I'm doing God's work. I got the devil in my eye, I'm doing God's work. I got the devil in my eye.
Yeah. If I did it, then I did it right. Yeah. This ain't happened for me overnight. Yeah. Bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Yeah. Down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah. So ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah. When you pop it, they don't wanna slice. Yeah. Breed the envy, that's a part of life. Yeah. Mediocre, that just won't suffice. Better now than ever. Ain't no cracking under pressure. The boy's clever. If I did it, it was stellar. Nobody fresher. Stop complaining, man, my head hurts. These catchy records ain't nothing really but a walk in the park for me. Heard the catalog, you know I got some scars on me. Just getting started, you don't really wanna start with me. It's John Kill, I would sacrifice a heart in me for family, high roller. But you wouldn't know it by the way that I wrote up. For real lifespan, looking good, it ain't slowing. One after another, man, I just keep going and going and going. Yeah, if I did it, then I did it right. This ain't happened for me overnight. No. Bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Down to business, I ain't playing nice. So ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah. When you poppin', they don't wanna slice. Yeah. Greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah. Mediocre, that just won't suffice. Keep myself grounded, that's a piece of me that I won't let go. No matter what level I reach, I promise don't hold it close. Ain't gotta tell me this hitting different, man, I already know. How are you claiming we had a baby, we ain't never spoke? I don't be out here with random women on the road. They want a DNA test to prove it, I'm like, here you go. I could've saved you a bunch of time and told you the results. Looking for hush money from me, you ain't gon' get it though. Historic, rain on my parade, I keep walking and ignore it. Just part of the game, yeah, it comes with the territory. It's just another day, man, I'm used to it downpouring. It's nothing. If I did it, then I did it right. Yeah. This ain't happened for me overnight. Yeah. Bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Yeah. Down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah. So ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah. When you poppin', they don't wanna slice. Yeah. Greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah. Mediocre, that just won't suffice. need no introduction. Start my own, can't no one touch it. Became what they said I couldn't. Mediocre, that won't cut it. Life is a gift, I wanna live it to the fullest while I can. Why would I not wanna know my days in this game are numbered? Might as well enjoy the few.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good one here in the AFC, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from Arrowhead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this wide pass midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Second and short, and that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Mahomes to throw once more. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Oh my God.
The ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense, and in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on, but his opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave him 3 points.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Credit the stop there to Leo Chanel, getting into the backfield and stopping him in his tracks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And finally wrestled down at the 11. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson.
No way.
Browns touchdown. Elijah Moore with an amazing diving catch. And the Browns have taken the lead. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Pacheco once more, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Gray. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Yellow.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Out of the gun, Watson.
That was done straight.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. To throw is Watson. Right back to Njoku. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on it.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. That's out to Chubb, complete. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They go play fake. Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 35 yards. And the Chiefs have retaken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Watson on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. On first down, Watson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Round 12.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. A solid stiff arm. Stiff arm number 2. He's still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. That ball caught. It's Rice. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Rashee Rice, 51 yards. And the Chiefs have yet again retaken the lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Oh, the return from his end zone is Grant. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Now it's Watson. Launch a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb from 6 yards away. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. That one caught by Rice. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And quickly they get to the line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
On 1st down, Mahomes rolling to his right. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll be caught by Rice. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Rice for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant, and he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Watson.
At the 16-yard line.
And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime a ball thrown in the middle of the field is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And some room to run now. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now Chubb running right. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Watson now to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand if you don't get to the well so many times in the game, you'll have the defense starting to anticipate the call.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
Yeah, if I did it, then I did it right. Yeah, this ain't happened for me overnight. Yeah, bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Yeah, down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah, so ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah, when you pop it, they all wanna slice. Yeah, breed the envy, that's a part of life. Yeah, mediocre, that just won't suffice. Better now than ever. Ain't no cracking under pressure. The boy's clever. If I did it, it was stellar. Nobody fresher. Stop complaining, man, my head hurts. These catchy records ain't nothing really but a walk in the park for me. Heard the catalog, you know I got some scars on me. It's getting started, you don't really wanna start with me. It's John Q, I would sacrifice the heart in me for family, high roller. But you wouldn't know it by the way that I wrote up. For real lifespan, looking good, it ain't slowing. One after another, man, I just keep going and going and going. Yeah, if I did it, then I did it right. This ain't happened for me overnight. Bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah, so ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah, when you poppin', they don't wanna slice. Yeah, greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah, mediocre, that just won't suffice. Keep myself grounded, that's a piece of me that I won't let go. No matter what level I reach, I promise to hold it close. Ain't gotta tell me this hitting different, man, I already know. How are you claiming we had a baby, we ain't never spoke? I don't be out here with random women on the road. They want a DNA test to prove it, I'm like, here you go. I could've saved you a bunch of time and told you the results. Looking